Good morning. Good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some XRP dominance, a check-in over on the overall markets, and the Sigma coin. So here we are playing with this forever triangle on XRP. Now, what's intriguing about this is I question this area of range. So I know there's a lot on here, so we'll just kind of maybe just jump over here to take a look at the bigger picture. So here's the structure that we're playing through right now, just at its purest form, right? So we can see that we have our initial breakdown. This is obviously an ABC backup. We were looking for the larger ABC. We didn't get it because we set the higher low. And now this area of this bounce back test and this kind of bull flag playing out here has been the question mark of what we've been working through at this point. So checking in then and zooming in on the local time frames, we have a lot of chop through the regions here, right? So nothing directly impulsive yet. But yesterday, after this kind of breakdown to the downside here with a potential flat where we do a really elongated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do an AB, possibly an ABC down and then ABC up, and then there's that 5-wave flat structure that takes back the move that we received. This now is playing out for a 5-wave move to the upside. So a few measurements just to kind of show you how things are looking here. So we've got the start of the count here where I'm identifying this area here as having the 5 waves. So let me get the white lines off there so you can see it better. And we've got the, so this 5 waves. And so I went and measured this just to get an idea of exactly what we're looking at as far as a count here, and is it valid that we have a larger than 1-to-1 ABC move to the upside? And the answer is yes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here is the completion of the 5. Okay, then we have an ABC down, ABC up, 5 waves down right here for the 2, and so that takes us down to this 2 wave, and then and there's your 2 completion, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3, 4, and then a parabolic 5th that exceeded the 1, 6, 1, 8. Okay, so now I'm counting that as the beginning of wave 1. So now this area here was a little intriguing on how we were kind of working through this price action, and what we ended up having was a another larger ABC. So we came down and we ended up doing this B leg here. So there's your A leg, here's your B leg, and it ended up being in C. Now we were looking for an equal measured move to take us down to 945, and we ended up having a breakdown that came and just almost got there, but it was front run at the 886 and has been chopping out of here ever since. So this could be a beginning of a leading wedge pattern, and we can see that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for completion of the 5 waves to the upside. And so this is starting to look like that we have our wave 1 move off the lows, and now we're going to be looking to set a wave 2 move here, probably back down into this region of 298, and then with that wave 2 we should be able to begin our impulse off the lows here. Okay, so this is going to ultimately be either a larger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we just get out of here, or this will be the completion of a wave 1 or an A leg, B leg, and a C leg back up to complete the D portion of our triangle. So that's what so ultimately this will end up being a move to the upside into this region right here. Okay, and the question is, do we extend further? So back in my mind though, still watching this guy, right? So here's the XRP Bitcoin dominance, here's your triangle. Okay, but this triangle is completed. This E isn't coming down, right? We keep looking for it to move to the downside, and it, as of right now, I don't see it, right? We can maybe say 1, 2, 3 here, and then we've got an ABC down that's starting to play out, and maybe that's the E, something like that. But the fact that this wedge, however I draw it, we went past it, right? So if I move through here and I end up having this move to the downside, then this breakout ends up being, not sustainable, comes back into the wedge, moves here. But if we like kind of get rid of some of those candles, we do that. We actually were outside of it, went back in, now we're coming back out of it again. So I'm almost thinking that this might be the tell that XRP is going to outperform Bitcoin here very, very soon and continue its ascent higher. And if we zoom out on this whole structure here, We have the 5-wave move off the lows, a large correction, which was a WXY correction to the downside, and now we have a really, really clear bull flag forming here off of the lows as well. So for the next portion of our journey. So I'm looking at this thinking positivity. I mean, we're up on top of the support of the larger Bitcoin move. It definitely looks like to me that even if we zoom out on the 3-day, that we're definitely seeing the ability, the coiling and the ability for this to run. And you can see that too on the XRP price. I mean, the volatility has gotten smaller and smaller. So we've huge, big moves, smaller moves, right? All a bunch of chop. Then we get this kind of tight little area here. And the question is this in fact where we've completed the same D leg and E leg for the triangle, and we're actually in the process of grinding out of this. So anyway, so that's just kind of the musing thoughts. So just be ready for, you know, stop losses into this price action as we move up for this next leg. And if we continue on, then great. If we don't, then you come back and you reset and you grab another move to the downside for the longs, and then you run it again. So that's kind of the overall way that I'm looking at the price action at this morning. And now when we look over to the Sigma coin, we're seeing a similar thing. So here we are zoomed in on the 1 hour. We can see that we actually came off the lows with a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's really, really promising. The fact that we've got a 5-wave move already established off of the lows here. And now we are completing and wrapping up this ABC move. And you can see that the ABC is also basically in, with the likelihood that we're coming back down to, it looks like the 618, which is a very common support area. Now I have been seeing, of course, that we get a lot of WXYs, so just be obviously open to that idea, but there's accumulation occurring here. We're back under 2 million. The bridge is getting ready to happen to Corium. So yeah, things are happening, and if we get back up to the top of the range, just that move alone back to where we were is a 532% upside. So 3-day, checking back in on that. RSI still turning up, looking great, and we've got still positivity, 1164/7 right up here, and the regular RSI, so that's the Stotch, and the regular RSI is pulling and maintaining the 40, which is what we want to see for a bullish trend. So all right, there you go. So that's kind of the check-in. There was a request just to kind of say, hey, what are the numbers that we're kind of moving through on the upside? Right now we're super zoomed in, just kind of working through this bottoming structure. But if we were to grab our regular fib rather than our trend-based one, and we put that on here, let's see here, there we go, and we zoom out, let's take a look. So there you go. So there's this massive accumulation structure that's been working its way down. Return to the prior high is 532%. A return to the, let's go on log here. Return to the 1618 is 2000%. A return to, or a breakout, I should say. A breakout to the 2618, which is our wave 3 target, massive potentials. And finally, our super duper duper high level here, which would be our end game, would get us up into this massive price action here, which is going to take a long time before we get there. But any of these stops here along the way are wonderful. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful, and that's kind of what we're looking at for the overall trend. And I think, you know, I mean, people just keep saying, where are we? This is the one that makes me think we're close. I mean, look at this. We have this massive breakdown. It's massive area of supply. A breakdown even lower, a back test with a higher low. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave off the lows with a WXY correction to the downside, and a bull flag above the supply of the 3A2 inverted fib that we're measuring here, holding above it as we lost it, reclaimed it, with potential targets that take us anywhere for up to 00027 against Bitcoin, which would be insane. So let's just say we do an equal move and we only get to this 0009. If Bitcoin's floating in 250K land, that puts us at a $28 XRP. So hopefully that's helpful, and that's kind of what I'm mainly watching is this guy, and I'm looking forward to what we've got coming into the future. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll check in soon.